Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Once again, it's the art of towing. Or once again, it's the tow guard with the art of towing. The premise of this channel is to motivate, uplift, show people that you keep trucking and keep moving on. Even though I'm physically in the truck, but you don't gotta be in a physical truck. You gotta be trucking it on. You know what I mean? Just trucking it on. Yep. March, I just made good 5-0, man. Made half a century. It's a blessing, man. All praise is due. Yep. Yep. Get some light up in here. Woo, yep. Lighty light. Yep. It's the first live. Yeah, man. On this live, what's up? What's up? Tow guard, man. What's up? Come on. Talk. Shipment container. It's a nice little ride. They paid out a nice sum. Paid by the load, not by the hour. I want you to believe, man. Don't believe everything you hear out here, man. We ain't gonna make $1 million off of trucking, you know what I mean? Like it's a whole lot to come into. Like first off is we need to learn safety. Second is we need to just learn the whole scape of trucking, you know what I'm saying? The laws, you know what I mean? Get the proper licenses, the proper endorsements, you know? Everybody just wanna just worry about the money, you know what I'm saying? You gotta learn what you into, man. I don't care if you was a peddling socks, hats, and vendoring. You gotta get your vendor's license, right? Police come, they see you on the curb selling something, boom, they hit you with a ticket and a fine. Why? And you gotta learn the business. This is the problem with everybody. Everybody wanna be a boss, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wanna be the owner of a company and things of that nature. And don't understand the spectrum of what it takes to run a business, you know what I mean? You know? What's your overhead? You know? What's your overhead? What's your overhead gonna be looking like? You see these? They run on fuel, they run on diesel. You know the cost of diesel right now? You see what's going on with Trump and all these people? You know the cost of diesel? Come on. Talk to me, man. Come on in the comments, man. Tow guard, the art of towing, man. If you're just joining this live, you know what I mean? We getting into, you know what I mean? We deep diving into the trucking business, you know what I'm saying? We deep diving into life. We deep diving into motivation, you know what I mean? I just reached a half a century in March, you know what I mean? You don't physically have to be in the trucking, but we trucking, you know what I mean? We keeping ourselves motivated, we moving forward, you know what I mean? It's all about pushing yourself. You know what I mean? To do something positive and motivate yourself to keep moving. You know what I mean? You know? We all done a lot of things in life. You know what I mean? What's up? I gotta get some readers, man. I don't even talk to me, man. So like I said, I'm on my way coming back from West Virginia. 20-footer shipping container. No. So not only am I here talking to you about trucking, it's all about motivation, motivational speaking, and just being motivated in life and keeping a positive outlook on life. You know what I mean? And what you put in your mental and what you speak day to day, conversations that you keep with people. You know what I mean? Those are going to be the things that's instrumental in you, in business, in family, in day-to-day life. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, you know, it takes time. You know what I mean? I'm still working and growing. I'm not perfect. I'm not here to sell y'all on a perfect tree like I'm Mr. Perfect. I'm far from that. But I'm definitely moving in the godly spirit. And I'm definitely moving where I need to move to get my job done, which is to motivate others and to also follow my journey and my path in life on where I'm going at in life, you know? Over 4 years ago, I chose this path. But I didn't choose this path. Well, the path was, it fell upon me. I was 11 years, 10 years prior to this. I was working in a medical setting. I was working in a hospital. The fancy name is environmental aid. I was mopping, sweeping, clean up. I mean, it was nothing to the job, you know what I mean? It was a job, you know what I mean? I didn't really see it as a career, you know what I mean? Some people did, you know what I mean? I had a, quote unquote, a good union, $11.99. They say $11.99 on your side. I'll get more in depth with that, speak to you about $11.99 and what's going on over there with that, but right now, I'm not going to dive into that. I'm just going to keep it on where I'm going at with this. So, throughout the course, there was many opportunities for me to get into the medical field or do something else to further get a career in the medical field. If I'd educated myself, that's why along this journey, as I got into, because see, everything is not for everybody. Like I said, while I was there, just a lot of things was going on. But I found out that I don't like being in them settings. Even though right now I'm in a set, I'm by myself. I could be on the phone, I could drive. Ain't nobody here, micromanaging me. I'm moving. I'm on a highway. I feel like a bird, man. I feel free to fly, man. I'm as free as nature. I can pull over, stop, get what I want, get out, walk, stretch. I ain't on nobody break. Yo, take a break, lunch at this time, get back in the building. What we doing? This ain't high school. With all due respect, but that wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole system, just the way people talk to you, people don't have no respect. You know what I'm saying? I'm big on respect. You know what I'm saying? No accountability. You got management, you got whatever. They don't take accountability. They leave it all on the workers. You know what I'm saying? It's on the workers. So, like that. With that being said, psychologically, I just wasn't built for that. That wasn't for me. I did a lot of praying, did a lot of meditating, did a lot of working out, a lot of jogging, a lot of running, calisthenics, a lot of personal relationship with God. You know, I also took therapy, and I also left a lot of people alone that made me no good. I started seeing through the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I know, you know, they flag you on YouTube, but you know, I'm just keeping it raw. So a lot of people made me no good, family and all. So I had to get away from all that. And then I had to reinvent myself. But along the journey, I was just laying there one day trying to figure out my next move. And lo and behold, God just said, "Towing." That was the door He put in my mind. And ever since He did that, I picked up a trade and ran with it. Ain't nobody trained me. Ain't nobody, well, but I did get trained on the second company that I joined. And by the way, that was the fastest I ever got a job in my life throughout my whole 50 years of existence on this earth. And I'll say within, because I've been working for like 40. I've been working for like, let's just say 44 years. I've been working labor, working period, just working. I've been hustling hard stuff. I got some. Go subscribe to the channel. Art of Towing, Tow God, and you'll see me leaving videos about my upbringing and different hustles that I did. Nothing telling with the streets, you know what I mean? We're not talking about that, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna leave that with that. I mean, I just found out something else too the other day. My 6-year-old just came to me, my 6-year-old son, and my 12-year-old. Dad, you got a YouTube channel? Like, yeah, they said, oh yeah, you the tow guard. Oh, you the tow man. These kids are watching, man. They watching, man. You got a whole bunch of people on here doing a whole bunch of reckless nonsense, man. But I ain't even about to address that yet. I'm getting to that point. Oh yeah, temperatures may be checked in a minute. I'm gonna be checking temperatures. I'm gonna be sliding into their little world. Just cause I'm big enough to do it. You know what I'm saying? I can play on anybody's court. So I can go up in there and talk. You know what I mean? You know, we just gonna dialogue. I don't want to do that. I don't know what they took. I ain't doing no violence. You know why? Cause I'm emotionally intelligent. I mean, I work on that, learn that. That's another thing I speak about. Go to my YouTube videos. So I'm just collaborating you know, I'm more of a self-motivational person. And I believe that the power is within us. It's all about what you think. It's all about what you speak. It's all about what you got in your heart. And it's all about what you're putting out here every day. So if you're putting out positive energy, you're only going to get back positive energy. It's all a fact. I'm living testament of it. I'm just being honest. I'm big on accountability, so I'm just being honest. So back to what I was saying though. 11 years, man, stinking hospital, yo. I mean, that hospital's like the project. Gossiping. Everybody worried about everybody's business. Nobody's really worried about and they're not custom. Nobody's worried about the patient, about quality and customer care. Nobody. I mean, I started realizing what my calling was when I used to go in the rooms and I used to clean up, and I started small talking with the patients, and I would just sprinkle a little bit of kind words on the patients, and the patients would be so elated. They be so happy, like, oh, I appreciate that. You know, nobody say nothing to me. Nobody, all they want to do is just stick this in me, and when I'm calling and asking for something, they don't answer me. They don't give me nothing. This is what goes on inside there. Nobody cares. They care about the bag though. That's all they talk about. Oh, I want to do this for the bag. So that whole lot of stuff in there turned me sour. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in that environment. You know what I mean? Let alone, like I said, I don't like to be micromanaged. I don't like to be disrespected by, you know, and then it's like a hierarchy. Doctors don't speak to nobody unless it's like faculty, like nurses and things like that. They don't speak to nobody except for their own faculty. Very disrespectful. Unless it's someone that they're human and they deal with respect that they're conscious enough that they will speak to somebody like me that was a janitor, what they call environmental service, housekeeping. They'll speak to everybody, you know what I mean? Because they're a good spirit. That was one out of the many. Nurses, they think they too good. Then any given back moment, I don't want to tell you the story about that, but yeah, it's true. They pulling their pants down in the porter room, getting it bust open. You know what I'm saying? By the maintenance man or whoever else in the hospital. So truly good shoes for them who think they are high and mighty. But that's another story. We ain't gonna get into all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave that where that's at. You know what I mean? But then and there, I be dry snitching, but you know, the memo is out there. I ain't gotta be the one that, you know what I mean? Go on YouTube. You got a bunch of people telling stories. You know what I mean? They running some lady got fired for what they call it, for gaslighting the nurses on that. But anyway, so like I said, it's a hierarchy system. But we in there, and if we don't keep the hospital clean, the hospital go under. So nobody have a job. Why we wasn't being respected? But like I say, here nor there. So after all these years, God shed something down to me when I started doing the work and started going into my purpose on what it is that I'm supposed to be doing, which is towing. Now I'm on the road, but being on the road, I love it. You know what I mean? I'm in a contracting situation right now. Mind you, yeah. So my hours is flexible. Come and go as I please. Answer my phone on call. What else you want to know? But I worked my way to this point though. You know what I mean? So, but I had a vision. Like, so in New York, I work for one of the biggest companies in Brooklyn, Mike's Heavy Duty Towing. Salute the Mike's Heavy Duty Towing. I'm saying I respect them. You know what I mean? Gave me an opportunity, gave me a shot straight out the gate. I got my endorsement out there. Those of you that's online, that's online. There's 25 questions in New York. I repeat, 25 questions, man. That's all it is. There's 25 questions to get your endorsement, your towing endorsement. Go get that. You know what I mean? Let's tell them, you know what I mean? Thank me later, man. Thank me later. 25 questions, that's it. Go there, go get the book. They got an app. It's called, let's pull up the app. It's an app. I'll tell you what it is. Tow something. They got an app. Just play around with the app. Flashcards, questions, keep repeating those same questions. The questions they're gonna ask you. 25 questions. Past that, they send you down to Consumer Affairs, give you some paperwork, fill that out. They send you down to go get your fingerprints done. They go check your record. I had a record as a youth, so they asked me, what was the premise? They wanted me to get some, to go get my, what they call the papers when you, well, right now I got a brain freeze, but go get your papers from the court stating that you know, that case has been expunged or whatever. I was YO, I was a youthful offender. Like I said, I ain't talking about none of that right now. I'll get to that on another occasion. Plus, I got my kids watching. You know what I'm saying? I'd explain that if I choose to. When they teenagers or, you know, when they old enough, I can give them take the stories and context. Until then, I'ma show them structure, and then I'ma show them structure, and then I'ma build their character into being productive citizens. You know what I'm saying? That way, they don't gotta worry about them going down them roads. You know what I'm saying? And also provide. You know what I'm saying? Help provide so that way they can have what they need. You know what I mean? They can have the, you know, I'm gonna give them tools, and then also they, you know, I'll be there to guide them along the way. You know what I mean? You know, keep them on the right side of the street, not the left side. But yeah. So back to it. So They ask you all that. No prejudice, no nothing. Boom. They'll email you, let you know, yeah. You know, come. I think if I'm not mistaken, yeah. Then everything gets cleared. You're gonna then you send the papers to the DMV, or you take it to DMV. If you take those papers to DMV, this is in New York, and then they'll in return, then they'll give you your license. They give you a license, then your license, they give you the paper license. The license come in the mail. So you'll have the endorsement, the towing endorsement on your license in New York. But along my journeys and just doing research, each state has their own bylaws. So like right now I'm in Maryland. When I came to Maryland and traded my New York in, my license dropped. I didn't have that endorsement. It dropped to a regular license. But unbeknownst to me, I didn't know that you don't need an endorsement for towing. And in the state of Maryland, you can drive with a regular license. You can drive up until 26,000 pound vehicle. If I ain't mistaken, yeah. And gross vehicle weight rating. Yeah, so that's sweet. Mañana. You know what I mean? Yeah. You just straight get to it. You don't gotta go taking no tests, doing all this and all that. So like, but education is important. I feel like trades is important. Having a trade is very important. I feel like it's important to have a trade because with a trade, you're always handy and you always need it. You see, as long as there's cars on the road, which there will be, especially them electric ones, they're a piece of junk. I'm not out of work. A situation like COVID coming in, I'm not out of work. People gonna be driving around. They gotta get to where they gotta get to. Their car gonna break down. Who's gonna be there to swoop it up? Once again, it's the tow guard coming to you with the art of towing. Yeah. I found my purpose. I'm in my lane. I've been doing content for other people. You know, I was doing music for a while. I learned how to work the YouTube. So I'll get into all that too, but you know. So it all worked hand to hand. You know what I mean? I have freedom. I have time to make content. I build my content, put my content out. I ain't looking for nothing. It's all out of lotto. Put them out there, the numbers hit. One go viral. Oh, it's game time. Oh, you already know what's gonna happen. You're gonna be a fleet of trucks all over the place. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. I'm gonna open up a towing school, a fleet of trucks from state to state. Oh yeah, big things about to happen. Let one of these go viral. You know what I'm saying? Let one of these go viral. Oh. I'll see towing like you ain't never seen towing before. And mind you, they have a towing convention too. I missed it last year, but this year coming up, beginning of next year or the end of next year, I think so. I will be at that one. They got guys with all types of strobe lights, rims, all types of stuff. They do their trucks up like, you know, just like car show and things like that. Yeah, it's a whole world, the whole community. Yep. And I haven't gotten to the math yet with a lot of people, because that's not the premise. Like I said, like we get to numbers and all that. It's nice numbers, but it's just like anything else, like a roller coaster. The numbers go up, down. You know, you have your good days, you have your bad days. It's like with anything else. You know. So, but the main important thing is just finding your purpose and staying on course in life. You know, doing the right thing, finding your lane, staying in your lane. You know, like I'm doing right now. I'm driving in my lane. You know, I should be home like in another. What I left. So I put in total it's gonna be like a 4-hour ride plus dropping the shipping container. So I figure 4 about 5 hours, 6 hours. You know, I think what, like I said, I'm on a contract, so one drop is like 550. I take my cut out of that. I ain't complaining. Maybe you will. Maybe you will. You know what I mean? You know, you need it all. I just need my portion, get my slice of the pie, and let me go. I'm good. I'm in purpose. I'm happy. I'm cool. I don't have one complaint right now. I was in the hospital. I was complaining every day. Oh, they were sending signals down. The universe was sending me signals. I knew that wasn't for me. I just knew it wasn't for me. I was getting signals all over the place. At that point in time, I started answering the signals. I was just like, nah, I'm not doing nothing wrong. Because I already acknowledged my wrongs and I accepted my accountabilities. Now, this is the universe telling me it's time for me to move. It's time for me to go somewhere else. It's time for me to start a new journey. It's time for me to start a leap of faith. I took the leap of faith. Got up out of it. There's a lot of people in there miserable, crying, doing doubles, working 2 jobs in the same field. They're not happy, they just doing it for the money, but it's not even really their purpose. It's just because they, you know, capitalism, they gotta feed their families, pay the bills, and they living in New York. Drowning, done for. It's another story. I ain't gonna get into all that. But yeah, man. I appreciate everybody that's here on the channel. Everybody that's on the check-in. About to get up off this. My lady keep calling. Until the next one, man. Everybody be safe. Everybody have a good night. Everybody have a blessed one. And furthermore, man, just make sure you work on yourself, man. Work on your happiness. Work on your peace. Work on loving yourself. You know what I'm saying? Before anything else, anybody. And I promise you, you'll see things work. Just change in the diaspora. I mean, I'm signing out, man. It's the Tow coming to you with the art of towing, man. Peace.